What's up, everybody? It's your boy C Sams, and this is What Happened. What's going on, everybody? This is our series, What Happened, where we actually go into some of these comic book movies and we ask the question, what happened? Today, we're going to take a look at some Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, basically asking the same question, what happened? So, let's get into it. Number 1, Dr. Stern, aka Mr. Blue, the leader from Incredible Hulk. If you remember the movie Incredible Hulk that dropped in 2008, we see a scene in a laboratory where Mr. Blue gets knocked over by the Abomination. While getting knocked over, he gets a gash in his head and the blood of Bruce Banner starts to drip into his head. Now, while this is all happening, it looks as though that his head is starting to grow. We know this as the leader. The leader is one of the biggest villains for the Incredible Hulk. But after that scene from the movie, that was the last time we heard of Dr. Stern. We didn't see him anywhere. We didn't hear any of his works. Nothing. So the question is, what happened? Did he die? Is he missing? Did he just give up? Or is he still in the background working the strings? Number 2, where's the real Mandarin? Now, in the one-shot series by Marvel, All Hail the King, we see the fake Mandarin, Cedric Slattery, in prison, and he's met by this guy. The guy actually looks like a regular reporter, but he's actually someone working for the real Mandarin, and he says that the real Mandarin wants his name back, and he takes Slattery. Now, the question is, what happened after that? We didn't hear anything else about the Mandarin. We went through Civil War, we went through Avengers, Age of Ultron, and yet still we saw nothing about the real Mandarin. Is the real Mandarin real? Does he exist? Or is he still fake? That's a real good question, and I don't think we'll get an answer to it. Or would we? Number 3, who's in the cocoon? Now, at the end of Thor: The Dark World and Guardians of the Galaxy, we see a cocoon in the Collector's vault. This cocoon, it goes back to the comic book version of the cocoon that housed Adam Warlock. However, Aisha from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 mentioned the name Adam, and we see a metal cocoon look like that they're building Adam Warlock. So my question is, who's in the current cocoon? Is it the original Adam? Is it nothing? Is it just a callback? I mean, James Gunn pretty much said that he just put it in the movie because it looked pretty cool and he saw it in the comic books, but there's nothing to it. But then again, I don't really trust him. Number 4, what happened to the rest of the elders? Now, in the comic book Thanos Quest, Thanos is actually collecting all the soul gems. While collecting all the soul gems, he has to go through all of the elders in order to do that. He meets the in-betweener, he meets the gardener, he meets the runner, and he meets champion. Now, these are all elders of the universe, and they all have soul gems in the center of their heads. Now, this whole time, Thanos was able to manipulate and to trick each and every one of them, or even overpower some of them, as we see. But the other 2 that we actually see on the big screen is the Collector and the Grandmaster. So we actually see those characters also in Thanos Quest. So my question is, what happened to the rest of the elders? Is the Gardener still around? What about the in-betweener? Where's the runner? And where's champion? Maybe Thanos had a Thanos Quest prior to these Infinity Stones being sent all over the universe. Perhaps he destroyed all 4 of these elders and only left back the 2, the Collector and the Grandmaster. Number 5, why did Tony get rid of the new element? In Iron Man 2, Tony Stark is dying because of palladium poisoning, and he ends up creating a new element based on some blueprints and some diagrams that his father left him. But after that whole thing went down in Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, he ends up taking the shrapnel out of his chest and he ends up chucking his new arc reactor into the ocean. My question is, well, what happened to that new element? Did he continue to use the new element? Did he house it away? Did he throw it away into the ocean? We really don't see or hear anything else about this new element that he created. Was this new element used for other things? Is it the element that powers his tower back in Avengers? Those are some of the questions that I still don't have answers to. And I don't think we're going to get answers to any of these questions, or we might just get some answers in phase 4. But then again, that's the beautiful thing about movies. You can speculate and you can keep guessing until they reveal it. So I'm glad you guys had a chance to take a look at these with me. And if you have any other things that you saw that I don't have on this list, some things that were not answered that should be answered, please comment below. Let me know what's going on. This is What Happened. This is That Comic Show. And this is your boy Sam's. Sam's out.